Well, good day, tubes. How's she going? Frickin' gonna be wicked hot here again today, apparently. So what they're saying. Anyways, whoa. I finally, I'm gonna show you in a second. Gotta get something on my truck first. I think it's in here anyways. Oh, yep, there it is. My other phone case for my other office phone. Soon probably not going to be carrying it anymore. Because the other funeral home is now closed in town here. Due to unforeseen, well, they seen it, but circumstances. So that kind of sucks because they were super nice people, and they just got beaten business basically. Their facility wasn't, I think, not right up to spec to the other one and the other funeral home in town, and they got beat that way. So, but anyways, it happens. So, hi Chooks, what you doing? Hello. Hello. I open it, you're gonna sneak out, aren't you? What are you doing? Are you pooping out eggs today? Miss Whitey Scaredy. You guys aren't eating the long stuff. Haven't seemed to really, well, I guess. No, get inside. Get inside. You'll come out later. Yeah, bite him. Get him. Sick him. Oh yeah, get him. So anyways, they're still doing good. They're happy. We get them under the trampoline out there the odd time, well, mostly every day. And they, you know, have a nice big area to peck around and stuff. So yes, but anyways, today I'd really like to get these couplers changed, which means we're gonna have to drop the backhoe off and unhook her. You can see she's all wet and gooey under there and really needs a good wash. Although I haven't even got my pressure washer down off my shelf yet because I really haven't needed it. So, yeah. So, anyways, I had this up here last night and I got this smoothed out a little more down below there and stuff. Trying to raise that level up. I had a couple of big piles here of stuff that are now gone, so that's good. That's a really mushy area down in this area here when it's you know, wet and mushy and springy out. So I thought, okay, let's get some crap down there, and then that's where I want to kind of park the big trailer, not the camper trailer. I'd never probably get it back out of there, but I want to park the you know, this trailer and stuff down there. So anyways, let's fire it up. I gotta open the gate yet. just a partial section I want to do back here to finish up. I got not quite half done the other day, and I got disturbed by inquiring people, say, and then I just never was able to get back to it, so I kind of want to get it finished. There's another one I wanted to do too, but we'll see how we make out here, and then maybe we'll do that one. Or I like to get them all done at once, you know. I don't like to leave it like a partial, right? Because that looks even worse than just not getting done at all. So, oh yeah, weed whacking. It's not the grass that's growing though; it's the frickin' stick weeds and stuff, right? Whatever the heck they are. The grass has pretty much stayed at bay now, and it's dried right out. But the weeds somehow continue to grow. I think it was this section coming up here I wanted to try to weed whack too, but it needs done. So probably try to get that one maybe weed whacked and mowed today, mow the weeds down. But I gotta finish this one back here first. I'd record it for you guys weed whacking, but it is kind of sort of boring. I don't know if you guys want to sit there and watch that. So I probably won't. If it's boring to sit there and do it, can you imagine me having to actually do it? It sucks. It really sucks. So yeah, this one here I didn't get finished. But weed whacking's a really hard thing to film. I have tried it before, and unless you got a camera or someone following you with the camera, it doesn't work too well because you move around so much and you get out of the camera frame so incredibly fast, right? So it kind of sort of really doesn't work too well, weed whacking and filming it. Like, you know, like here where I parked, I got a tree in the way, you'd miss kind of, it's just too hard to film that. So the best way would be to put the drone up just over the section maybe, but then still all you're gonna see is a guy, you know, it's gonna be kind of boring. So yeah, I probably won't even bother filming, but anyways, I'll go get this one finished and see what we're doing. Maybe I'll start into that other one. I want to kind of get it done. The other one takes probably an hour and a half-ish if nobody comes to disturb me, kind of thing. The other section there, well, an hour and a half. Well, maybe more close to 2 hours. It's a weird section. Let's see here. So it starts the road here, and it kind of widens out like this kind of thing. So you got like a whole bunch of long rows here, but then they slowly get slower. But the thing is, when it gets to the narrower spot, they get to the more like this size of a stone, not the bigger stuff where, you know, this is this U-Man's here they bought probably 8 or so graves on each side, and then they just put a stone in the middle. Well, with the new section there's 8 graves there, but then there's 4 stones. So, you know, there's a lot more to go around on these other sections that are a little bit newer. So this one's not too bad because it's all, like I say, like, you know, there's a lot of the bigger stones where they bought more graves back then, like a family plot, right? Which was a really big mistake back then, I think, because now there's a lot of these plots here that they never use the graves in them, right? So we've got you know, U-Man's. I don't know how many's buried there. Maybe they're all there, I don't know, but I bet you there's one in the first one, maybe the second one's empty, 2, you know, 3 and 4 might be full, and then 5 might be empty, and then 6, you know, they'll probably never use them now because those people that were supposed to go there have done their own thing and moved on. And so now we're faced with, you know, we got all these kind of sort of not really running out of room yet. We got the big field back there yet, but we're kind of you know, like looking at the thing like, well, now we got all these huge plots back here with only 3 graves used, 4 graves used out of like the 8. So like, what do we do? But it's hard to find someone that would want to buy a grave in the middle of everybody else here, right? Because some of these real old ones the cemetery has repossessed. You know, if they haven't used them in over 100 years since the last burial, the cemetery is legally allowed to repossess that land. So, you know, if you haven't used her in 100 years, you're probably not going to go away, bug. You're probably not going to use her. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get weed whacking before she gets too hot. Forgot to bring a water. Oh no, I got a little bit of water here. little bit, not much though, but yeah, and then I'm going to try to get that other one done because I think it needs done the worst. I kind of picked the next worst one, right? So if I can't do them all at once and have them done all at once because I would never keep up to that, especially when it's really growing and stuff. So I kind of pick, oh, well, today I'm going to do this one and it needs it done, and then, well, tomorrow I'll probably do that one, and kind of do a rotation thing, right? If I had a crew of like 4 guys here, well, I'm sure we could keep up to it all, but me, myself, and I, no, not happening. But anyways, I'll go do this and we'll move off to the next one, I guess. There we go, all whacked. Didn't take long to finish that. I started, oh boy. I can't see it from here where I'm sitting. But anyways, I started from that tree, I think there, 1 row behind. Got this finished in probably, maybe 10 minutes. It wasn't too bad. This is kind of goes pie-shaped narrow here too, right? So you eventually only end up with 3 monuments and a signpost over here, so it doesn't take too long to burn her off, but it still got some stickweed sticking up in the middle of the roads where it needs mowed, but this one's not nearly as bad as the other one, so let's go have a look at that one. Yeah, this one's getting pretty hairy here, so we better maybe do it too. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mrs. Robin? Oh, she's gone. Yeah, this one's starting to get a little bit hairy between the rows. Probably should be, yeah, should be done. I was out to a cemetery the other day, yesterday actually. My concrete guys, they also dig graves for, you know, people and stuff. They'll do mine and stuff while if I'm away or whatever, on vacation or whatever. And this cemetery is sort of out in the middle of kind of nowhere. It's a fairly big cemetery, and it's affiliated with one of the old churches just outside of town here. And they had a new minister take over there, I guess, at the church, and he's totally screwed a lot of stuff up there. Oh man, he's taken a pile of money out of the cemetery fund to put into the church, you know, for a new roof, new blah blah blah, whatever that, you know, the church needed, which, okay, that's kind of stupid when now you have a cemetery that's an active cemetery that has no money now. That's not good. Not good at all. So they have so little money there now, they can't even afford to keep someone there, have someone there to like my job, what I do here, right? You know, digging the graves, cutting, trimming grass and stuff. They have no one there now to do that. So anyways, the stickweeds out there were about 1.5 feet tall. And they got a funeral out there today that the guys were digging for the funeral home in town here. So I'm like, oh, that's gonna look awesome out there, and holy cow, what a mess. So, and I'm like, no, I'm not cutting it. No thanks. You know, you guys have screwed yourself out here. The minister of the church screwed themselves out there, and now they've got kind of a big problem. Not my problem. So anyways, yeah, so that's not kind of too good. And it's not probably as big a cemetery as this. It's not huge, massive, but, you know, there's probably, this is 22.5 acres here. It's maybe 10. It's probably half the size of this one. But they still got quite a bit of empty land too that they need to sell yet, right? So I mean, holy cow, if it's not getting looked after, people aren't going to want to go there and buy plots. So it's not going to work too well, right? So yeah, I don't understand what's going on there. Plus I heard a rumor, I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty good information, that this guy has also changed the price for a plot out there from like $1,200 and something to $6,000 a plot. He's brought city prices up with him, and it's like, yeah, you're never going to sell anything out there at that price. It's not even a paved road to it. There's no roads even in the cemetery. It's just grass. You drive on the grass to your grave kind of thing, right? So anyways, that's not my problem. I don't have to worry about it, thank goodness. And yeah, so I guess I'll go start trimming this one. It's quite a bit to do. This is like I say, a weird section, you know, like there's some bigger ones, but it's kind of a funny section because on the far side, way down here, there's a lot of the smaller kind of stones, and then it kind of progresses into some of the older stuff, the bigger stuff, and then you get over to this side, way over there, and you're into the small stuff again. So it's a narrower spot there, but there's more stones because they're smaller stones, less, you know, they didn't plunk one big stone on top of 12 graves like I explained there before. So, oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, he just ducked under that stone. Where'd you go? Ooh, I can't zoom in. I don't know. He was a little chippy sitting there. Hopefully I don't find him with the weed whacker. They're usually pretty good. They get it away. For some weird reason, I have a lot of, not so much now, but springish time and stuff. If it was damp still really out here now, there'd be some leopard frogs. I have no idea why they would be in here. There's no water. The water's, you know, way the heck over there, but for some reason, maybe they come in here for food or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've hit a few of them, and they splatter pretty good. Not too nice. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna get to work here. Hopefully I can get most of it done. I think I'm gonna have to replace the line and the head soon on there. And probably fuel it up, but wait till it runs out, and then I come back and then do it. So I didn't bring a tripod with me, so I can't really kind of set things up to show you that, but I'll have to show you that sometime. How to re-spool the head, rewind the head. It's a new line on it. So, but anyways, okay, I gotta get to work. It's gonna get hot out here soon, and then I want to get this frickin' done, and then I can just kind of mow later on today. I want to mow this one, and then maybe that one across the road there too. I don't know. We'll see. Mowing's not too bad. I put my my sun hat thing on and just jump at her, you know. But it's just the trimming that really burns you off fast. So, okay, let's get at her. Well, I'll get at her. We'll catch you in a few. I don't know what the heck this guy's doing. Just sitting there having a break. Huh. I thought it was a decoration or something on the top of the stone, and I zoomed in, and then it was a bird sitting there like having a good break. Huh. Whoa. But, whoa. That's how far away he is. Huh. Weird. Alright, finally done. Oy. Got one interruption. I had to go find some plots for some people, find the cornerstones, but anyways, we did. So this one's trimmed now, weed whacked. It needs probably a mowing. And this section, oh man, does it need a lot of work filling stuff in. That'd be my next area probably of attack. I've probably got maybe 70, 80 to fill in here. Maybe. I didn't even count, but I'm guessing. Holy jumping. Good old times. These are old enough here. Good old days when they never used to use concrete vaults. There's a lot of just bare caskets in the ground that are still caving, as in, I don't know if you can kind of see, but this area here, you can't really see. You see the dip in it, sort of, right? All kinds of them in there like that. A lot of work. That's almost a full-time job on its own, keeping things leveled up. So we'll have to head loading the little trailer and then just start driving through and stopping and dumping, raking out, seeding and stuff. It's gonna be a pile of work, but holy cow, lots of fun. All right, well, everything's mowed now back there, and it looks much nicer. Mow the weeds, no grass, all weeds. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna work on these couplers on this big machine here and replace them. I'm gonna just bring down my little homeowner special pressure washer, I'm gonna call it, and use that. So first of all, we're gonna take the hoe off. down on the ground. Just gonna move this back a hair bit more and put you up a little higher. What we gotta do is put the bucket down on the ground just to relieve a little bit of string off the big pins. Hold it to the frame of the tractor. Now, this isn't a very good side here. I think I'm gonna switch sides so you have more sun. Hang on. There, that's maybe a little better. So let's leave that pressure there. I can get these in a little closer here. Now what I'm wanting to do here is there's a couple of really big pins inside here. I'll try to get you positioned nice and close here so you can see. So there's these great big pins right there. There's one on each side. And what I want to be able to do is have that pin move in there. So I've got to try to put pressure down. Pressure down until they move. Pull the boom back up, and that'll drop, basically drop those out of the carriers. Like that. Okay. So now what we need to do is up a little bit because it sits in some V's like this in the bottom with a big pin in the bottom. I'll take you off the tripod, I can show you. So way down in there, you can see how it's just set into the frame of the tractor. So now what we got to do is push the stabilizers up. Those will push up and push those things right out of the carriers. Okay, now what we need to do is just make sure all the lines are kind of free-ish. That's just the return line, and I don't think it's leaking. Well, it might be a little bit. It's, well, maybe it is too, actually. It's all wet down there, so we'll have to look at it when we bring it out here. But we just got to drive ahead a little bit. Take the brake off, it'll work better. Just enough that we can separate things here without yanking too much cords. And, okay. This I found I have to pretty much put right to the ground. Somewhere, somehow, it equalizes pressure out, and it'll end up being on the ground anyway, so. Yeah, I'd say that one's been dripping some there, so I've got, yeah, he gave me, he only gave me one male fitting, but I got the two females, so that's good. It's probably the female ones that are dripping the stuff out, so. That's the gaskets and seals they have in them. So we should have enough hose to get right to the ground here. There we go. Good. Now, what you have to do now is make sure you turn it off. Like that, because if you pull that thing now, it'll rock, because it moves fluid through there all the time. Oh, now we're down. Okay. So, everything's looking pretty good hose-wise. There's been a little bit of rubbing here and there, but overall not too bad. So, okay. Okay. Ah. Whew. Okay. So just for a minute, I have to hook this one back in here because I want to pull it ahead a little bit. You can't run it like that without that hooked on because it continuously puts fluid through. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't imagine that there's much for pressure under these lines after you shut it off. But just to say I did, I might just go have some lunch first and then let that kind of depressurize on its own. I want to give that a bit of a wash too, but this one's definitely been leaking. So inside here is some rubber. Could be this end too. Hard to say, like it's got a seal against, you can see the two lines there. It's got a seal against those surfaces, so I got enough for, I got another one of these. I got two of these, but I've only got one male in. That one could be leaking too. I think it has been leaking down there, so anyway. Ugh. Alrighty, we got everything cleanish. Washed off and stuff. Everything down over here's, you know, looks like new almost again. Get the scrime off her. So we're gonna change this fitting, and I have got these. Oh, no, not that one. 1 1/8 inches. Looks like fits pretty good on the new one, so hopefully everything's the same on this one. Oh, she was tightish anyways. So yeah, inside of here is probably just needs some new O-rings and stuff. I think it's leaking out past and then dripping down onto the thing here. So yeah, you can sort of see inside. Whoa. Let's see here. See, there's like a rubber O-ring, and then there's like a plasticky kind of a backing O-ring or something apparently. It's probably just wore out. It's been on there since brandy new, so you know, it's a lot of vibration and stuff it's had there. So now this one, I didn't bring, I don't think it's that one I want to change right now. It's the one on the other side. We'll do that side after, but anyways, I see on the bottom where that's screwed on, there's a little O-ring that sits in here too. That I don't have from John Deere. I've got some of my own O-rings, so that maybe probably should be done too. Yeah, it's got like the shape of the inside there now. It's not perfectly round, so I'll have to see if I can find a couple of those. So let's head her inside and see what we found here. Well, I got the kit out and I found a couple, I think. They're a little bit fatter than this one though, like thicker wise. I don't know, maybe that would work. So you can see the difference in them, right? Sort of see the difference in them. I'll give them a shot. I don't have, they're all pretty much the same width in this kit I've got here. That one's too big, of course. So we'll have to give her a shot and see. That one actually might be, it's a bit too small. Darn it. The next one up's too big. So they gotta fit right inside, even though this one doesn't seem to fit perfectly good either. But that thing just kind of screws down and pushes onto there, I guess. So now this one kind of fit. Might work. It's a little big. It's a little thick. Darn it. Now I've got other kits here. Let's just keep those to a side. That's our original. That one's too small diameter wise, of course. And the next one up is too big again. Good job, guys. You gotta have different sizes and weird sizes of things. That's too big. Those ones are too skinny-ish. So that kit doesn't have anything. I got one more kit here. It's just kind of a miscellaneous kit with some great big monster ones. That one is too small. Oh, that one's close though. I got two of those though. Let's see how this one fits in here. That might be it there. But yeah, that might be it there. Got these two guys here. I think we'll try to change into those. Okay. The other ones here are just a little bit too thick. A little bit too thick, so we'll put those back in. We'll take this out, take this one out, and we'll go switch these guys here. Alright, I guess if this doesn't sort of seal it up here, could, I guess, potentially use some pipe dope on that, I guess. I don't really want to do that, but we'll give this a shot here and see what happens. It seemed to snap on pretty good. Alright. Technically, if that's all good, it shouldn't need any and I can't tell if it's any good or not. Oh, wrong one again. Yeah, it shouldn't need any stuff. It should be just that O-ring. Good. Okay, so that's good. The other one I want to change is down on here. I want to try to change this one here that plugs back into the backhoe again. Something tells me I don't have the right stuff here, but I should be able to squeeze her off maybe. Now, this is probably going to leak a bunch of junk too, I bet. Oh, if I can get her off. Oh, goodness. Now, this might have a little bit of kind of unwanted pressure behind it. Put my safety glasses on just in case it fires stuff at me. Hopefully it doesn't. Ooh, yeah, a little bit of pressure there. Can't really do much about her. That has an O-ring too. It's a little compressed as well, so I might change it to hopefully it looks like the same size as that other one. It's pretty darn good to me. Oh, I see how these things work. I think I understand them now. They have another thing down there to compress back onto it. Okay. Can't get a good grip on her here. Okay, those two are changed. So yeah, this is the one, this is the pressure line that goes into the backhoe, into the main valve body of it, and everything gets distributed through, right? So that one goes back to the tractor, so those will be both two new ones. There's still one big one down here. Now this is the return line. That one here is the return that comes back through this line here, which I need to probably change those ones too, but I don't have another one of these guys. I'm gonna have to probably get another one ordered. So for now, I'm gonna just leave these ones the way it is. Keep an eye on things, see if it starts dripping down and getting wet and gooey down on here again. And we'll see how things are looking up here after with the new fittings. Hopefully it should be okay. Hopefully. So yeah, that's looking bent. This piece on here, I wonder how the heck that would have got bent. Sort of looks like it's bent inwards to me. There's a lot of stuff hanging off of basically nothing there. When you kind of stop and look at it, it's like, wow, it's kind of chintzy. It's definitely bent. Huh. Well, it hasn't caused me any real problems yet, so we'll keep going, I guess. So, alright, so now we need to move things back and get things hooked back on here. Basically the reverse order of what we just did. I have to temporarily hook this guy back into this guy. Okay, and then we can hook her back up. I'll probably put you over on the other side here, maybe. Okay, I'll try to back explain things, how we're going to do this. So, we need to get back to the machine where the hoses will reach each other. And shut the machine off, turn the hook the hoses back on. And basically get the two bottom pins lined up in that carrier. Push the backhoe up, line up the pins, hook her back on. So, we're going to back up first though. Lined up right too. That went together a little nicer. Turn's just a soft line. It's not like a hard pressure line like the main. Okay, we can fire it up here. Things back up in the air. It stays where it should. Watch those at the back. And she's just that easy. Back to go, ready to work again. So yeah, no lines are bent weird. You gotta watch you don't crimp that or bend that flex line. Because it's just a soft hose. This is a return line. There's no pressure behind it. So I'll have to watch those two fittings. Those are both the new ones there. And of course I didn't do the ones down here. I might be able to do them without having to take the whole thing off again. Maybe. I don't know. Probably easier to take it off, but I probably could have done those two without taking them off too, but without taking the hoe off. But that's alright. It's good to get her out, check the pins, and see they're not too rusty. I've already had to clean them once because they're getting kind of rusty and eventually they just won't come out. So, yeah, so there we go. That is done. So, yes. Now, I had a freaking nightmare again with this machine. And that wheel on the back, I have lost the wheel now. It's laying out there somewhere. The section, so not this section, the one past this one and then the one past that. I mowed both of those and I know the wheel was on in the morning. I lost her in that section somewhere. And I walked the whole entire thing looking for it. Couldn't find it, so the next day I rode the tractor, kind of simulating mowing, right? Not really mowing, and then I checked while I was doing that. Nothing. Couldn't see it anywhere. I'm like, what in the crap? Where the heck is this frickin' wheel gone? So something weird happened. It didn't happen like normal. Normally the washer wears out. That's just when it started to go. Washer wears out. And the washer falls off and the wheel comes past the nut. But this time I've lost the nut and everything. That's all I had left was just this this spindle and the little collar that goes on there. That's all I had left. So I'm like, what in the crap? So that's not too good. So I have to order some new wheels. I haven't put them on yet. Actually, I don't know right now if I'm going to. Oh man, just drive me nuts, you know. So I did, thought I had some wheels. Door closed here, nice and cool. Thought I had some wheels. I had these boxes here. I'm like, oh, I got spare wheel, sweet. I look at them and I'm like, hang on. I'm like, oh crap, these aren't even the right ones. These are for like the old 54-inch deck we used to have. See, these things are real crap because they have this outer skin and it wears through the top here, and then the whole skin just peels off like a banana peel. And then you got nothing but a little rubber plasticky core. Oh, crap. I'm like, I knew I had wheels, but you know what happened? I put new wheels on the last mower, on the 2720, and I put them on that. And then we got rid of it like a month after that. So I had to order some new ones. So there's actually what they're supposed to look like. They're quite a bit larger than those other pair I just shown you. So, but yeah, so we gotta switch those one day. But I've been getting along pretty good actually without it. It's been kind of nice not having the thing there. I think I was having so much problems with the other mower. The same thing. What I ended up doing was not putting the wheel back on. I'll kind of show you kind of roughly what I did before, and I might do it again. Actually, I've got a broken thing here now, which from before will work pretty good. What I did was I got a piece of steel, so that thing fits that way. That's your wheel side out here. And all I did was get a piece of metal, whatever width, and make like a little ski. So when it had to, you know, mind you, the wheel itself is huge and it, you know, comes down like this, but this you can adjust just down the height, you know. So I usually left it 4 holes out, so this I could put down, you know, maybe 1 hole out or something, and that would take up the difference of the diameter of that wheel. And basically the little ski would kind of just, you know, the ground and keep it from scalping that way. But I might put it together with the wheel again, I don't know. I'm just having so friggin' much trouble keeping them on there that it's been kind of driving me nuts. This one broke. The little thing that's pressed in here snapped off. They always break there because there's, I don't know why, just the type of metal, they're not strong enough or something. So it's been kind of driving me nuts, but so far I've been kind of getting along without a thing in there, and I haven't kind of really sort of minded it so far. You just got to watch some places you mow, you might scalp her hard or something. So yeah, but I don't know, might try without it for a while and see how we make out. But I think that's basically about it for today. I don't know what else I got to do today. I got to meet with the secretary. Comes for the office there. She's coming in later, I think. So, what else do I got to do? There was something else I had to do. I did the weed whacking. I mowed that section. I'm kind of thinking the mower needs new blades soon. It's getting kind of dull again. Oh, for frig's sakes! I emailed John Deere about another fitting. So we'll get that probably later this week. Or it might even be by tomorrow. Sometimes they're pretty quick with stuff. Oh, crap. I had something else to do and I freaking can't remember what it was now. Oh, isn't that awful? Oh, there goes my glasses. So yeah, anyways, I guess maybe that's it. Nothing else going on today. So we'll maybe head her out, because I can't think of what else it was. Well, I got some, if you noticed, I had the 24-inch bucket and the thumb on the machine outside there, the backhoe. I have to get working on tearing out some of these bushes and shrubs. back here. I got a bunch I gotta do. So if you want to see that, let me know, and I'll maybe take the camera out and we'll just, you know, ripping shrubs and stuff. There's a couple out there that I'm gonna probably have to chainsaw because those they're those Japanese yew trees, and they are a frickin' nightmare to get out by pulling. That tractor won't even touch them. I can do it, but it makes a torrential frickin' mess trying to get them out. I guess they have a phenomenal root system on them, and they just send all these little fingers out everywhere, and they just bite right into the dirt. Now, you know what? It might not be too bad now that it's so dry. They actually might pull out a little better compared to as when it was wet and grimy. It might be better. It might be better. I'll have to maybe try. But I know there's a couple of real big greasy ones back there. They're going to be quite a battle, so we might have to take out our little micro still chainsaw. Freaking awesome little saw. This thing's been working great. Used her a few times. As you can see, she's not super wicked dirty yet, but sweet little 12-inch bar, same as on my pole saw. Same chain, same bar, so that's good. I kind of wanted that. He said, oh, it comes with a 14. Is that okay? I'm like, oh, actually, do you have a 12? Can we put a 12 on? He's like, yeah, I think so. So sure enough, we put a 12 on her, and she's super awesome. So better start it up. So that turns this choke or the high speed on. How many pulls? Ooh. I don't want to go. I don't want to get her too smoky in here, so I haven't actually looked in the air filter in this thing yet. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, there's already a little bit of crud in there. Not too much to it. That stuff almost kind of looks like it's a sprayed in stuff. It sort of looks like it was just kind of like sprayed on. That's kind of cool. Guess it works. Oh, I see how that works. Keeping her nice and simple, no tools. There we go. So yeah, that maybe we'll do that. I don't know when we'll get out and, you know, do these bushes. But there's some big feller greasy ones out there, but there's a lot of nice cedar trees that they just go like they're not even there, you know. It's like, thanks for coming out, goodbye. Then there's a couple of those Norfolk pines, I think they call them. They look like a little Christmas tree, smell like a Christmas tree. They're very small, usually, unless people, they do take like 30 years to get kind of biggish, but some of these have gotten really biggish, and they make such a mess because the needles all fall off them, and they of course all fall over the monuments, and then it ends up staining the monuments all up. So we'll have to tear a few of them out too. I know there's some back there like that, and then there's some cedars that I know there's a monument in there somewhere, but nobody's been for like the last 30 years to clip any of these trees back, and you know, we don't do that. So people plant trees and think that we prune them. No, it doesn't happen. You plant them, you look after them. that's the rule. I'm sorry. So a lot of them have gone on, you know, and they don't come back looking after them, so we just plop them out. So yeah, we gotta do that maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, sweet. I got a plug. I'm having trouble with the one on the big trailer, my flat deck trailer. I think it's okay now, but some of these pins were kind of weird, but I guess if I have to, I could switch it over to one of these guys or something. I don't know. It's kind of all one sealed unit, so I don't really know if I want to be tearing that apart, but could, I guess, if we had to, figure out which wire's which again and go from there. I'm sure there's diagrams I could look at. So yeah, anyways, we'll have to wait till John Deere guys get back to me with those that other fitting, and we'll put that one together, and then she should be all good and leak proof. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that this week. I got a funeral coming up. I got to use the machine, so that'll give her a good little run and see if she's leaking on those fittings anymore. Hopefully those O-rings will work. I felt pretty good, so I think they'll probably compress down and should be fine, hopefully. So anyways, better rock on. There was something else I wanted to do today, but I don't remember what the heck it was now. Can't remember. Oh well, maybe we'll think about it later. So yeah, this fitting and this fitting. Oh, I know what it was. I wanted to see if I can get the O-rings out of this. Okay, hang on a sec. Let's put you back on a tripod. Yeah, I wanted just to see what these things look like in here, so we need a little pick. I gotta get a little pick. Hang on, I'm getting a pick. So I can pick this out of here. So there's a rubber one in here. I can get her out here. Ooh, it's a big fat one. Great big old fat one. And there's a rubber or plastic backer ring in here. I kind of mushed that up trying to get her out, but feels kind of like a Teflon. So the wear, if there is any, should be on the inside of this, but doesn't really feel that bad. So maybe it was the other side. Maybe it was leaking past this side, because this should technically seal right on there. It feels kind of loose-ish. It should probably be a little tighter than that, you would have thought. You know what? I can actually feel some ridges or something there when it comes on and off, so it's maybe just wore it off enough that it just leaked past. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say, but anyway, she's replaced now. And they're not too bad. I think these were almost 60 bucks a piece, but these ones are about 20 odd or something. That wasn't too bad. So, but yeah, I don't know. This looks okay here. It's a pretty fat O-ring. I don't even know if I'd have any of those. I might, but I also might not. Alrighty, well, just to finish up today, I went and checked the mailbox, and there was a couple of letters in there I think we should probably open. Just need a drink of water here. Oh, can't get enough water. So there's a thing coming from the Slingshot. I am kind of presuming that's probably going to be like a warranty thing. And then I was talking, I think this guy last night from New York said he sent me something, and he sent it to my old address, but it did come through. Now I'm going to have to maybe put a description thingy in the description thingy, like a static description thingy to tell you is my new address, because pretty soon the mail guys won't send it here, they'll just fire it back to the sender. And then you'll kind of be wondering, oh, what the heck happened there? So anyways, I'm going to crank this fan on. It's actually cooler in here in the shop today, but it's frickin' hot out there. It is stupid hot. So we're going to have to talk over the fan. But anyways, let's open up the little envelope, or big envelope here from New York first. Oh, so this has got a... Oh, what was that silly thing? Well, we got most of it, I guess. Alright, well, we'll go the other way. I think this is probably the end he sealed her from. There we go. Alright, what do we got in here? looks like a bunch of drawings. I think I remember talking to this feller. Oh, that fan feels so nice. Alright, so some lovely fan mail. This looks like someone put a lot of work into this. Whoa! Someone's a bit of an artiste. That's nice. Look at this. That's a Still MS 880 Magnum. That is the biggest saw that Still makes. Now I have the 660, one below that, which is more than enough saw for me. So that's pretty sweet. Have to watch that doesn't get covered in oily stuff and blown away by the fan, because I'll tell you, ooh, the fan feels nice. Should feel how cold it is in my house. I got that AC cranked. Oh man, it's about 15 degrees. Really nice. The best part is there's no humidity in there, so that makes a huge difference. So, okay, so we got quite a bit of letter here. That's nice, and some pictures and stuff. Oh, a double-sided letter. Maybe I should read it first before we get right into it here. Hang on a second. Alrighty. So let's have a read here. This is a multicolored letter. I really like it when they're, you know, printed like that, because I have trouble reading some writing and stuff, you know, like handwriting I have trouble with, especially if it's not clearly written, right? But anyways, let's have a read. This is from Thomas, and his YouTube channel is the Diesel Gamer. The Diesel Gamer. The Diesel Gamer. Okay, so let's have a read here. Maybe I'll just shut this off while we're reading. I'll feel so nice. It says, hi Bill, I just wanted to say I like your YouTube channel and congrats on 100K subscribers. Thanks buddy. Even though I'm a little late subrating it, that's okay. It's better late than never, right? That's what I say, better late than never. I love seeing your John Deere 110 in action. Oh, you've seen a bit of that today. Maybe a little bit in the next couple of days. Chewing up some trees. That'd be awesome. Chewing up some shrubs, I mean. So love seeing your John Deere 110 in action. To me, it's rare I see them. I'm more of a Kubota guy. Me too, you know, I like a bit of both. So, Kubota guy, and I personally believe you should get the new Kubota M62 with 14-foot backhoe. Ooh, I would dig some deep graves, wouldn't it? I don't know. It may not fit in my shop. Might be too big. I like your Kubota K008-3, which actually I was using today a little bit. I loaded some topsoil in the trailer and cleaned up 3 or 4 rows back there, and I'm like, this is way too hot. The heck with this. Do it in the morning where it's cooler. That's a lot nicer in the morning. So, okay, getting off topic here. I like your Kubota K008-3, but I wish you got a U17. I do too, you know, but I think it would have been too big. It wouldn't have fit in the front shop under the door. Well, it might have. Might have to maneuver a few things, but anyways, and it wouldn't have fit on my little green trailer. Would have been too big for it. So, but yeah, I wish I had one of those with the nice pilot controls. If you don't know what pilot controls are, it's just like using like a joystick on a computer. It's like there's no effort, and it's, you know, it's awesome. Compared to the 008, which is, it's not bad, but you can feel the controls, if you know what I mean. Like you push forward and you can feel the forward, and you know, it's a little more non-relaxed, I guess you'd say. Okay, so we're off topic again. I wish you got U17. The custom buckets and attachments you make are really awesome. Thanks, buddy. Used her today. 24-inch bucket, loading dirt. It was awesome. Custom homemade 24-inch bucket. Custom buckets and attachment maker, really awesome. I like the removable teeth bar. Yeah, I haven't even used this one yet, the flat edge. I should probably switch them from the teeth to this guy. I haven't even tried that thing yet. That's supposed to go on that bucket for just a smooth cutting edge, like a ditching bucket then, instead of a tooth bucket. Toothless bucket. Awesome, like the removable tooth bar. Not too long ago I built my own gaming PC. Specs i5 4690K Gigabyte Gaming 3 MOBO, I guess. MSI. This is kind of French to me, kind of sorta, because I've been into computer stuff for so long. But MSI Gaming GTX 974 gigabyte. I think that's the same one I've got. Video card. 16 gig of RAM. CX750M PSU Corsair C70 case. I presume that's good. honestly, I kind of look at those numbers, I'm like, sure, it sounds good, but, you know, I have no idea now. I've been out of it so long, right? I used to build computers and stuff and kind of knew what was super awesome, what was getting older, you know, what sucked, and but now it's like, yeah, okay, I guess i5-4690K is pretty good, I don't know, but yeah. And on he says, I am a big fan of still power equipment. Still power equipment. I got lots of it. And I like the KM130R the most. Me too. It's heavy though. That is the Combi System 130 Weed Whacker split shaft thing where you can put the different attachments on it. I got one of those too, so works good. You know, that's where I put my pole saw on and stuff and all my other little attachments. When it comes to the backpack blowers, I think Reattaching, now I don't even know what that is, Reattaching, must be another brand, beats the BR600 Magnum. Now, just pause there for a second. Oh, here is mine up here, BR600 Magnum. BR600 Magnum. That thing blows. Actually, it's pretty good. It does a nice job. I haven't really used it a whole lot. I drained it all out and then run it dry so it wouldn't kind of hopefully go all gooey when next time I want to use it. Yeah, so anyways, BR600 Magnum. I sent a drawing. I spent 3 hours on it. Holy, that's a lot of time. It depicts a DM30AC, which is exclusively operated by the Long Island Railroad. It's a dual mode, which means it can operate off electricity from the third rail in order to go into Penn Station. Oh, I see. It has V12 2-stroke engine and 8,520 cubic inch of displacement. That's pretty huge. Please check out my channel. I have COD TS 2016, Train Simulator 2016, Call of Duty, deciphering here, and videos of M7 electric trains. Hope you have a great day, and also this should have gotten, and have a great day, and also you should have gotten a Ram 1500 with an Eco Diesel. Please play GTA5 LS PDFR. Los Angeles Police Department for real? Maybe? I did try it. It sort of didn't seem to kind of work too well for me. That's a mod they have where you can actually be a police officer and pull people over and give them tickets and crap and stuff. And it actually didn't work too well for me. So, and the Ram 1500 with an Eco Diesel probably would not have been able to pull my big travel trailer. So that's why I went with that truck. So that is it for that letter. He did send me another personal letter, so I thank you for that, Thomas. That is awesome. And if you want to check him out, the Diesel Gamer. Now this is the picture. Wow, that's a lot of work gone into that. This is the picture he spent 3 hours on. If I can get the little sticky note off. The little sticky note says, "Please hang in shop. Much appreciated." Okay, I'll have to find a spot. And I might have to staple it up above my bench there. I'm probably sure you want to have it somewhere hung up in the shop where you'll be able to see it in the videos, etc. Which actually I might have a spot just above the window. So there we go. There is, I presume, that train he was telling us about. Long Island Railroad. That is pretty friggin' cool. That's a lot of work. Holy cow, and color, and you got the you got the phone. He must have done this right from the picture, because that's awesome. He's even got like the transformer and the wires and, you know, all this stuff. That's super awesome. Super awesome detail. Holy. So electric and diesel locomotive engine. That is sweet. And yes, I do play a little bit of train sim too. I just kind of found that it gets kind of boring really fast, and you know, I just kind of thought it wouldn't make a super great video, but there are shorter little missions you can do, so maybe we'll try that sometime. That's sweet. Thanks, Thomas. I shall find a spot to hang that picture. Let's see here. There we go, up on the pegboard. Pretty sweet. Thanks, buddy. That'll stay there for many, many, many years to come, I'm imagining. Okay, so we'll crack this open here. I don't know if this is a warranty thing or something or what. Ooh. Oh, I even got my name on it. Printed right on the thing. That's pretty freaking cool. William, welcome to a new riding experience. Oh, that's freaking cool. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Oh, 1 year free roadside assistance. We've got your back. As a thank you for joining the Slingshot family, you get a free year, 24-hour roadside assistance, $140 value. Towing up to 50 miles, tire service, supply delivery, fuel, liquids, etc. Lockout service, I guess it won't start. Battery service, trip interruption coverage up to $300 per trip for breakdown over 200 miles from home. Oh, wow, you can get my name on there. I have to go activate it, I guess. Enhance your ride. Whether you're cruising around town or going on a weekend adventure, customize your vehicle maximum functionality and make it ideal ride. We're leading, industry-leading quality, durable innovation. We're listening, development. We're delivering, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Accessories, apparel, parts. Sweet. Oh, look at them all lined up on the road. That's cool. I really do like the looks of the black one. Looks like something from Batman, but that one shows a windshield on it, but the one, well, actually this one up here doesn't have a windshield, if you see, and I kind of wanted a windshield. I kind of like that idea of her. Sweet. Well, that's pretty cool. Slingshot. So, just about out of juice on the camera here. I better get rocking. Funny little story last night of the Slingshot. We were out for a ride and I stopped over to a place, another town that's southwest of here. And it's a tractor place and they have a bunch of, you know, used stuff. I kind of look online and stuff. They got a good online site and stuff, and I was looking at, you know, stuff and just wanted to pop down, so we were out for a ride, so we ended up there. And Sarah stayed in the car outside. It's locked, of course, that time of day, so she stays out there. I go walking around and I see two motorcycles go zing zing down the road, and all of a sudden I hear them zing. Like, oh crap, what the heck's going on here? So they stopped. I guess they seen the car. They seen her sitting there like, I don't like that. So I kind of marched back as fast as I kind of could, you know, without looking like I was, you know, going back fast, kind of thing. And they were just talking to her, nice guys and everything, and you know, we were talking about it, blah 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 blah. And he was on like a Honda 600 sport bike, crotch rocket kind of thing. It would probably totally annihilate. I know it would annihilate the car, anyways. But the car looks like it would go really fast, and it does. But sometimes looks are deceiving, and it's not kind of as fast as you kind of think it would be. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's not fast. I'm just saying it's not really that fast. You know what I mean? Like takeoff. Like, you can only have it so fast. You got one tire with 175 horse. Sounds really great. Hang on, I just got to get my plug here. Sounds really great, but like I say, looks can be deceiving, right? So, anyways, yeah, it's super really fast. Hang on, I got to plug into my power. Hang on a second. So yeah, it is super really fast for the power to weight ratio of the car. But you can only put so much power to that rear tire before she spins, and then what is it going to do? It's going to do nothing but spin. So it was funny because the guy said to me, how fast does it go? I'm like, looked down at the speedometer, tops off at 220 kilometers, you know, and he's like, looking at me, he's like, do you want to race? I'm like, sure, I'll give you a 5-second head start. He looked, and he's like, well, I'll give you a head start. I'm like, no, it's not happening. Made him kind of laugh a little bit there, I think. It was kind of funny. I'll give you a head start. Now, it probably would. He would definitely have smoked me off the line. Till I got to the top of fourth gear, or the top of third into fourth, then I probably would catch up and then blow him out of the water. Because that's where that thing really opens up. The first, second, and third aren't too bad. Like, you can be up to 80 kilometers an hour, 90 kilometers an hour at the end of third gear, which is pretty good because the speed limit on the roads here are 80. But it takes, you know, time to get there. And if you punch too much power to it, all it does is just spin the rear tire, and then it's kind of totally useless, you know. So you need traction to convey that power to the ground to propel you fast. But if you're breaking that traction, then there's no point, right? So, but I mean, it will go fast. It's a pretty decent car. It zips along pretty good, you know, 175 horse to about 1,860 pounds, I think the car weighs. That's pretty good power to weight ratio. But yeah, so anyway, so it was just kind of a funny story I thought I'd share with you. Well, I guess that's about her for today. I'm heading home. It's just way too freaking hot out here. I've had enough today. I've been out since like 8 o'clock, 7:30 I guess. Weed whacking a little earlier this morning, so when it was cooler. So yeah, to frig with this, I'm going home where it's ice cold. I'll have icicles hanging off my beard. Sweatsicles hanging off my beard. That's gross. But yeah, thanks Thomas for sending that other letter that I didn't read on the video. He asked me not to, so I respected his wishes, and it was a very nice letter. So thank you very much. And tomorrow, all depends on the weather. I like to get some of these trees tore out here, because I'm going to have to switch over to that bucket soon for digging my grave for Thursday there. So tomorrow's Wednesday. I guess that's about the only time I got, if I get to it. Maybe we'll get out a little early in the morning again, try ripping some out and see what happens. Make us a little ripping out video if you want to see that. Let me know. Let me know in the comments tonight if you want to see it. If not, well, then we'll figure something else out. Other than that, I guess that's it for today. Have a good day and stuff. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you hopefully, possibly tomorrow.